Hey, we're back in the costume shop. Got all sorts of things to work on. So let me make sure that we are live in all the right places as I tried a new thing and Rumble Studio added a schedule feature, which was super awesome. And did that. Let's see here. This is the old I'm talking. Yes. Okay. This is just our placeholder. Well, that's not right. Let's see here. Are we live here? We are live. Perfect. And I don't need to hear myself talk. Welcome, welcome. And are we live on that other platform? Maybe. Refresh. Over here. Over here. It does say we're live here also. Make sure that. Done. Sweet. All right. Got all our chats. We've got the Rumble Studio. We've got this. We've got that. We are here. What a week. I was pre-gaming with Viva and Barnes because what else are you gonna do? We're at Bryn Hill today. I prefer to sew standing up with her, but I didn't get the angles right, and it's either have a face or not have a head. So I decided I was gonna have a head today. Where am I? All right, I have so many things started. We've got corset that needs the boning from last week. We have the first mock-up of the slippers, the mule style, all pinned together. And I'll probably start with this because it's right in front of me. We have the entire pant and the raglan version top from my training clothes cut. I should probably do a sample swatch to see which machine we're going to work at. We'll get there. All right. And here, the weather's crappy in places. Whoa, excuse me. I am so tired. I don't want to have to go to work tomorrow, but I don't believe in Monday holidays. So I usually end up working regardless of the day of the week, but that doesn't matter because we do good stuff. I hope everybody else is having a good week. I have some of my tea in this giant scary glass with the glass straw. And actually made a little bit of a list today. Things to chit-chatty about. And we'll go from there. So, slipper. We'll just like get stuck in. Looks like a slow day today. I know we're like competing with football playoffs and this, that, and the other thing. Though I guess not the Buffalo game because they postponed it until tomorrow because of snow. But then I saw some clips that folks were like, there's no snow. So, whatever. But, oh, lake effect, 34 letter words. There's the top. So if I recall from the video correctly, we're going to do this with the seam on the outside. I'm going to do the sole and the insole really quick also, because I think that's where the stuffing needs to go. Hey, creepy goonies. I know, I said I was going to give you guys snacks, and then I forgot the snacks, didn't I? I forgot to grab the snacks. You can come sit if you want. Hey, Loki. Right, because then this goes. All right, well, there's only one way to figure out how this is going to work, and that's by trying it. I think I'm going to start at the heel so I can leave that part open because you're supposed to stuff it. All right, let's see here. Is there a way that someone is going to feel? All right, and this is just red felt that I have in my stash. Another adventure is that we should go through and pull out samples to mail so that somebody can decide what they might want. I do have leather that I could have cut for the sole, but I wanted to just try it first. And then, hey, creepy Gooby. I didn't want to waste my leather in case it wasn't right. So this is my, let's just start once to see how this even is going to go. Can I stand? No. I stand and squat a little bit. I just prefer to use this machine standing. I just like it better that way. I don't want to be just a nose down. But I hope everybody's had a nice weekend. We had so much rain. It snowed, it rained. It looks like I had a swimming pool in my backyard, which we don't. The way the water collected and the lights were flickering, it was crazy. Okay, one more. We gotta pivot this corner. This is gonna be on the inside. So we'll just see how this goes. We are super exciting today. Do I need to check? Because what I don't, okay, I don't want to be using chats. But no, we're having a super slow day today on the stream, which is fine. I'll probably get more work done if I'm not chatting too much with everybody. But I miss my comment section. Everybody's so fun. But I know these sports ball things, let's get excited and have family things to do, which is good. What I could have also done was grab the wool to stuff it, but I will just leave a little gap and then we'll stuff it and see how that goes. Because the back piece that I cut, I think, is actually for the full version, and I'm testing a mule style because that's what was requested. And before I make something for somebody else, if I've never done it, I usually make one for myself. Then I can see if there's any fiddly bits that I should know about. Other than I probably should have knotted that, but we'll deal with that. Oh my goodness. This week, yeah. We already complained this week. Caucus is coming up. There's sports ball. There is so many projects. I don't even think we named them all. Mending, cut stuff, did this, do that. Then we have the sole and the insole. Oh, I show it this way. The sole, the insole, a little piece. It's a little just stuff with stuffing. And I've got so much wool roving, I'll probably just go through and find some stuff that's nice but not like super nice to hand spin anymore. And this is going to be a fiddly bit. I kind of want to I'm going to sew this from the other direction and change where the pins are. Oh, I'm talking like I don't know how to talk anymore. We're starting off super awesome today. Ow, porcupines! Hazards of sewing. And did I? Well, I guess if I bleed, it doesn't matter. We're working in thread felt right now. Way better than blue silk. Which, ah, that skirt is so adorable. I need to get the iron out though and press a whole bunch of stuff behind me. Oh my gosh, I had so. All right, I a friend of mine texted me yesterday and the other day and was like, "What do you know about this sewing machine?" And I look at it, and then first I didn't read. I was just seeing like white sewing machine. All right, awesome. Then I looked a little bit closer and was like, "Oh, you're a touchin'." So, hey, Skit, thank you. Hey, Kilroy. Oh, my chat's showing up. Welcome, welcome, folks. Yeah, I thought I'd just try something different today because the studio is always in transit. Good afternoon, good afternoon. I hope everybody. How's the snow at your house, Kilroy? You getting a lot? I know that in Buffalo they said they were supposed to be getting Earth. I don't know. Okay, just doing a scant little stitch here. And yeah, I think I'm glad I chose this machine for this fiddly project because I can control exactly how fast we're going. Slow. It's the speed that we're traveling. What's everybody up to, folks? Watching sports ball or just hanging out and hiding from the weather? We finally have a reprieve. It's been blizzard for the past few days. Winds so high, they sound like a freight train. Oh my goodness, that is quite scary. Yeah, they had a ice storm a few hours north of me, so that was fun. And they had like blizzard like conditions up in the mountains, but it didn't stay cold enough here in the valley for in the floor to last for too long. Okay, this part I have to go super slow. Oh no, don't pick up the needle. Put it down, make sure we catch both the layers. Because wouldn't that be just us two? We have a hole in our toe. We don't want holy toes on our slippers. I'm just slowly pivoting. I hate the sports ball. I didn't even know a big sports ball thing was going on until it hit your feet, it hit the feet on Mastodon. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I remember only because the Bills made it last week and I don't watch, but they have some jurisdictional loyalty. Yep, that's why we're at the costume shop instead of watching sports ball. I just don't understand. Actually, even after all these years, I honestly don't understand the rules of football. And I don't care to learn. So that's where I'm at with that one. Oh, you gotta turn the handle for the fabric to go through. Alright, we're just working on the upper. Okay. Oh, we almost just starting to look like a slipper. This project is slow, but it's fast, so that's good. So here is the toe portion. Oh, this should be a good tuber. Let's see here. And it's a good thing Manuel's not here because I'm just going to finger press. So this is the inside, so let's flush up again. The inside is flat against your foot, and then I'm gonna sit like this. I think this needs to be sewn right sides together. And there are, do I still have my registration marks? Sort of. I'll just make it work. I'll just start pinning from the toe. Oh, there's the back ones. Cute, cute. I know it was so windy. They finally opened the mountain for skiing on Thursday. They'd canceled school because the weather was going to be bad. Am I doing this the right way? Right sides together. No. I think I'm trying to pin this backwards. Let's see here. Here's the inside, the outside. So I'm going to flip it. This is going to, okay. All right, we can figure out insides from outsides here. I should have had a bigger snack before the show today. All right. That's right, outsides together. Okay, I have to call it. Yeah, this is the confusing part, making sure that you've got the outsides and the insides figured out. And this felt is super smushy, so if we need to do some zhuzhing to get everything to line up, I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. Okay, did I need to remark my right and my left? We'll figure that out later. Wow, we are super, I do know how to talk. Wow, we have words today. We are so, it's almost sunny and warm. I almost thought I was going to open the windows before the show. Oh, but I want to sew it on this side so I can see where the lines are. Wow. New project for the show. House shoes. Are they coming along? Not terribly. Are they fiddly? Very much so. But what do we have? What are things that we've learned over the past year? The more fiddly the sewing, the smaller the garment, the more fiddly the sewing it generally happens to be, which is super annoying. It just is how it is, though. And yeah, we talked about snow. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe the way Gypsy Rose Blanchard is just taken over the social media by storm. She's like, I'm out of jail. Whatever. We are here. And she sure is. All right, let's sew this half because the other part doesn't matter because I think the hard part here is just going to make sure that I only sew the right sections. Needle out of the way. But yeah, it was super exciting to get ready for the stream today to see that the Rumble Studio had updated so that I could schedule streams there. There's something didn't work quite right the first time. I would like it for it needs to go to my channel and not my user. But did that? Let me see here. Yeah, it's on my. It's not in the right spot, but I will. We can deal with that later. That I could schedule it at all was super exciting, and it could be a me thing because frequently, if there's an issue in my tech stuff, I do assume that it's a me problem first before it's a me problem. Okay. Just as well, I had oodles of projects lined up for today. This one's going to be mostly done Well, who am I? You haven't finished one house shoe yet, and you're like, oh, it's a good thing I got so much stuff ready. Just finish the one you're working on because it's enough yet. I will probably go and grab the wool roving so we can just have a whole project finished today. I'll run and do that once I get this part done. So we can try it on and see how comfortable it actually is, and then we'll do the next one. Because fortunately, I have 2 points and not just one. These look like shoes. They're so cute. They look like my grandma's. Well, no, hers were the shape, not the color or the materials. Then we can pick out because I've got leather to snip from. I found this stuff that's like outdoor sportswear, or I keep being accused that it's upholstery fabric. Inside, it would definitely need a lining because it's super scratchy, but it's fuzzy. Oh, I should wear that skirt. I need to go through seriously and style outfits for my wardrobe because I have a lot of things that are not living their best life being stuck in my closet. Maybe I should try to be one of those interesting folks who knows what they're going to wear for an entire week in advance. Alright, gently. Is there anything I need to snippy snip while we're in here? Because I'm trying to be good and snip as I go so that they don't. Because if I'm not good at it now, then nothing ever gets snippied. Hey, Joy! Welcome, welcome! Alright. You have a cute little slipper. Looks like a slipper. Shaped like a slipper. Cute little super pointy toe. Do I want to make... Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was trying something. Hey, Allie, welcome, welcome. The gang's all here. I guess the elves at the shoe shop needed to just get a mock-up together. One little red slipper. Sweet. All right. Well, I'm glad that everyone is enjoying this different angle. I just needed a change. I rearranged so much stuff in the living room the other day. I'll keep chatting. I just need to, supposed to stuff the sole with some roving. So we'll just leave my little red slipper while I go and grab that box. Is it? Of course, it's the one laying in the back. Okay. Okay. Thank you for coming to my assistance, because that's the one I need. Of course, it's not the close one. It's the far one. Alright, one tote of roving acquired. It needs a bell on the toe to keep the cats interested. That is a good idea, and I think I can make that happen. So I just got some of this roving in here is super old and getting felty, and I don't enjoy spinning with it, so I'll stuff my soul with it. I guess I probably should have got a knitting needle also while I was up. Of course, there's something that I need that I didn't drag over. I mentioned a sole before, but I forgot the company's Springfield leather. Ew. Well, let me take a picture of that. my fancy screenshot technology. But I also have, oh, that was little, all the tabs. All right, we'll pull that. That is an option, and then where is the others? How do people put their fabric so it's all nice and pretty? I always end up just like digging around in my tub of shams for most of it, which I don't is not super helpful all the time. Okay, I have butter. I touched it earlier. There it is. Okay. Oop, there's my rabbit pelt. I'll just set you back over there. All right, so Rumley, I do have some this deer leather and white. That's like 2 millimeters thick that I can try. I also have this faux leather, just a little bit, but like for shoe, because I have little feet, that would work. But this is I think I might send my sister a sample of this for the outsides, or if she wants that on the inside. It's got gray and black and charcoal brown, and it's fuzzy. Some have dedicated rooms for shells. Yes, I have big bags and tubs. Me too. Yes, I am all in the everything is in a tub and a giant mess. I do not have a whole room for my sewing notions, for my supplies. I sew in my sleeping quarters. I wish, yeah. Oops, I should try to stuff smaller pieces so I can get through the narrow. So those are our for the round 2. For this round, I just wanted to try it with the not fancy things, just so I could figure out how this all was supposed to work. But now I need a knitting needle. Fortunately, I have one of those too. Let's get this big one on. Are you gonna fit? All right. Ooh, you stuff nicely. One giant blue knitting needle, but the point goes nicely up, and it's not so stabby as my metal ones to inadvertently stab through my shoe. I like the fuzzy fabric. That would be comfy and warm. That's what I thought too. So I'm going to snip off little like 1-inch sections, and when I send the mock-up pair, send some fabric samples because I want these to be very nicely fitted to their owner's feet. So I figured I would send a mock-up. I know, yep, that I'll have to send some of that. Joy says, when I made motion capture shoe covers, we used a flat sheet of a rubber-like material, like a tire for the sole. I'll send you a pic. Ooh, that does sound interesting. Cool, cool. Motion capture shoes. Yes, everybody's head does such fancy things. We all have so many stories to tell. Oh, yeah, this is too not nice for hand spinning anymore. But, ooh, making my nose itch. I know my other sibling, they like a shoe with a hard rubber sole, but they also there may or may not be a toddler and 2 labradoodles in that house, so gotta watch the floor there. You know, I did not have sewing slippers, but then when Nicole Rudolph put out that video in this pattern, I was like, oh, I could try that. Okay. I guess I can't really overstuff it. Well, I'm sure I could, but over time it's going to get matted down anyway. Oh, wowie, wowie. What? I know the cats went outside for a little bit. We run around. Let's see here. We'll just shove all this in for the heel. Don't sit with your mouth open. I think we need a little bit more. Yeah, these like random, yeah, not nice bits. Ooh, maybe this firm nubbin for the heel. Oh, I guess we can. Oh, you can't see. Ooh, this is gonna be nice. All right, let's roll around this heel here. Get over here. This is gonna be like this. Oh, probably don't need the giant knitting needle right in the way right now. Oops, slowly, slowly. Down, rotate, come into a corner. I know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Rumble. They needed some more category suggestions, so I was like, I think you need, instead of just arts and crafts and arts and creativity, because in my head that means like painting and sewing and sculpting. It's like, I think we need like an actual proper sewing section, even if it's just sewing, to include the embroidery, counted cross stitch. I guess maybe just needlework. I'm trying to be as broad as possible because they've got 5 gajillion gaming categories. And oh, he can't, not touching my leg. I feel you. I, who's touching me? One ruby red slipper with a stuffed soul. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm gonna try it on. You're probably not gonna get a chance to see this, but I will try to take not try. I will take a photo and put it in the community tab. Well, that is quite comfy. Is there anything to be fancy? I know this is not the only feet stream. Usually when I was showing feet, we're talking about sewing machine feet and not actual things that cover real feet. Other than my foot being misshapen, I think this is quite comfortable and I'm quite pleased. Alright, might as well make the second one so I have a matched practice pair. Well, I decide how I'm going to sew my real pair. And then I guess I should all just. Oh no, because that pair, I need their feet measurements. because I think the smallest size is still going to be too big. But we can work with that. Oh, right. Okay, now my Rumble chat is not chatting. Okay. It's called a 3x3 design, so I'm not sure if it's still in business. Interesting. Okay. Neat. Oh, that's funny. Alright, well, where's my other shoe? I know, because I also have, I could have done this like braided ribbon trim for the top that I cut and then have not used. But that's fine. Yep, link worked. Shoes working. But nope, I don't have any here. Alright. Canadian. Right, I know, all our friends up in the Great North. I guess. Yeah, whatever. Alright, rinse and repeat. This I thought that I marked right and left, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh no, that's the right and this is the left. We have all my little fiddly pieces. Yeah, so on the original pattern, this upper part extends a little bit farther, and then there is a back notchety part. But I just turned it shorter because they said I would like meal style, and I said I will try. And it did not fail in our adventures, which is great. But I've had this belt for so long, even if it was a disaster, it would have been okay because it would have been fine. Not the end of the world. Here's my left foot. That looks like a left. But actually, I did make sure that I had a right and left because when I cut the pieces out, if I was good like I'm making a bride, would have been more careful with doing it face to face. Did I think I was good about it, or did I just cut two and know that everything was going to be exactly the same? But it doesn't matter. Yes, left and right do matter with slippers. I know. Size. Yeah, for me, a size at 14 slippers would not work for me. No. Actually, I measured my feet and they were, I know that my shoe size is like a 6, but I actually cut the size 5 because I didn't think I wanted a whole inch on the back extra of the shoe size, but then I can walk around and see. I can always cut, I can always make the next pair a little bit bigger. Yeah, no, I got teeny feet. Not as small as the human why I'm learning this practice for. They got dealt a very small shoe size hand. Oh, I'll have to figure out next time so I can, maybe if I pull the machine back a little bit farther, I can stand more easily while I work. Oh, itchy nose from all of the world up my nose. I know. So I was digging around trying to find sample stuff, and then I know, I don't know who was here earlier when I was. It doesn't matter. I'll just say it again. Um, I friend of mine bought a touch and throw from the Goodwill. So I was looking, but it didn't have the foot pedal or the power cord. I was like, okay. So they returned it, and I'm giving the Eldridge that needs some of the wires replaced. I was like, I'll just give this to you for free because it's been in my house for more than 6 months. It's bad enough I haven't, that was the first one I didn't fix the electrics on. I just don't know if I'm going to use it, and I've got enough machines I love to sew with. So I was like, here, let me just send you a picture. That and it's got the foot pedal. It works once it is deemed rendered safe again. They've got slightly more electrical know-how, and I found a presser feet for it. So, and I reclaim a small amount of space because I don't have a machine I'm not going to sew with in my house. Good enough. The table that I'm sitting on is. I need to figure out how to open it up so I can just change out that one cord. But it's such a weird angle to get into the box on this machine where the electrics run. We'll save that for another day. I thought so too. They returned the touch and throw, and I was like, have this machine that I showed it off. I could grab. Oh no, I kind of like trapped myself. I look like I'm in a hoarder house right now. Yeah, they're getting the way better end of the deal. I didn't buy a sketchy machine. I know that this one is gonna serve them way better. Okay. I know for the practice of a little bit of electrical switching out and having so many parts that they're getting a way better deal. I looked, I was like, oh, you bought this machine. But I can't, people, not everybody, they're not a sewer, so this is their first like foray into the experience, and at least we got them rated around and not making a poor decision. Maybe we will get through most of the old projects so we can start on the new stuff that I cut yesterday. I just need it. I just want pretty new training clothes. I'm so tired. I'm not moving, and then I'm like, am I not moving because I'm tired? Like, I just don't understand. So it doesn't matter. We're gonna at least look cute while we stretch onto the look pretty soon. Or more cute. We look fine. Ugh. Okay, gonna take a second. This is a squiggly bit right around the toe of the upper. No open-toed slippers. Okay. All right, I can visit again. We made it around this questionable part. I bet you could double your money in one day or triple it in selling Brunhilde. I can't. I know I only paid $25 for her, and I this is my like favorite sewing machine. I think my small human or one of the small humans, I'm going to make them learn how to sew so that it can get passed down. I love this machine so much. That's so funny. I'm s- I'm still looking for my treadle machine that somebody's just gonna hand to me for free that has got all the parts. Like, it's like a peanut. You don't really want it. You don't really. $300 for a not nice looking one is you're not gonna get it, kid. Just the last 3 weeks, all of the people I know that had them for sale sold them with people outbidding each other, not on sale sites. That is crazy. And I ran out of bobbin thread. Awesome. That is so weird. They're good though, and I mean, if you're worried about not being able to sew if there's no electricity and this, that, and the other thing, it's great. Like, why? I think that's also why I don't want to have a huge collection of electric machines because I don't have the space and I want stuff to work when at all times. I know Brunhild's not getting going anywhere anytime soon. So many want them right now. All of a sudden, might be the next featherweight. That interesting. Well, hopefully, maybe it can is there also a uptick in folks wanting to do like leather or shoe sew like because I can see the utility of this machine versus many other machines and its versatility and sturdiness. Yeah, you had a treadle dropped off in the middle of the night. I didn't think anyone knew your new life collection. That's funny. That's really funny. Well, at least it wasn't a kitten. Oh my god. Yes, please. Can this? Where's the human who's just gonna like in the middle of the night drop off a treadle sewing machine for me? That would. Oh, I need to pinch myself because I don't think I believe it was actually real. Bronze embossed. Wait, just like mine for $900 last week? Really? Oh my gosh. Wow. Now I really feel like I stole this from that lady who sold it to me, but she's the one who asked for 25 bucks and I said, "Yes, please." I don't even. Yeah, that is way more than I spent for mine. I know that the bronze one does. Am I still whether it's all? It doesn't. Oh my gosh. Nope. Even for that much money, I don't think I can sell. I lost her too much. Yes, I'm anthropomorphizing my sewing machines, but she's just such a beauty. And the first antique sewing machine I ever bought. With every dollar that 25. Alright, I'm being good, trimming all my edges. I will take my stone and just flatten it out, quasi pressing the felt. Okay. You might find the notches, pin it up, and we are on our way to having a entire pair of slippers and not just the one. Ooh, but it's so nice on my foot. Nice and warm. kind of like the way the feel of the whole stuffing in there. That's different. I've not had slippers like this. Ellie, I have never come across anyone with a single white, a white family rotary that wanted to ever get rid of it. Yeah, no, the, it just, it just goes so nicely. And it's so straightforward. And the threading is so easy. Like, the singers, they just, they're so confusing after a while with like, do this, do this. Like, this machine is so simple and elegant and beautiful. Yep, nice on the foot sounds good. It is all about the stuffing in the pad. It is. I did not appreciate this until I started this project. Because on my other, yeah, everything else is just like flat, not as nice. What? I know it's not time for your supper yet, though. Do not knock the camera. Don't don't cause me trouble. What? I don't have snackies right now. Where are you going, little dude? Okay, come on. Pick a spot and stick to it. There's too many cords and fragile things. Okay, where was I? Oh my gosh, I got up in the middle of, yeah, the early enough hours of the morning to get a drink of water. I walked over to where he was sleeping on Loki's crate, and he was smushing in my face and trying to like clean my ears out. I was like, okay, kitty. I like the t-shirt bobbin plate. Yes. Mhm. I know. It's just so good. Yeah, he's got his hollow tail on for sure. I know it's so big and so easy to get into. It's just the best machine. I will sing her praises for all my days. And I like that control. There's just nothing that I don't love about this machine. And even when if there's something not right, she tells me like, "It's you, human. You're the problem. You did something wrong. If you touch me nicely, I will always do all the right things." I'm already thinking about my next pair of slippers. I haven't even finished the first ones. And I think I will use some of this leather because I've got like 5 or 6 pieces of leather like that. Got them all at like the same day at the Goodwill. They just happened to have a whole bunch, and I was like, "You can all come home with me." And it's just been in my stash for ever. Carefully turn my toe corner here. I know, and those featherweights, they look so little compared to Brunhild. Even my 101, like, they just seem so like you're choking. I don't know. I like sewing machine with a deep throat, but then I can shove bigger chunks of fabric through it easier. Or when I've got the bones in the corsets, it's just hard to maneuver around sometimes because the bones make things stiff, and it's not like a little fabric thing that you can just like fold up to get out of the way. Maybe I'll have to. I found I have a whole corset that I cut that I need to mark the boning channels and so there's so many old projects in addition to all the new things I have planned. Because I was gonna try making those pinafore style aprons, but that seems pretty straightforward. I'll keep looking at reference photos and trying to decide like what kind of a back I want mostly. We're on our way to having a matched set of slippers. Trim all my edge threads. Good. Didn't attach anything errantly. Also good. And a slipper is born. Oh, I have the left slipper. We've got the stitch line where I did the insoles and the upper. I hold the stuff. Oh, right. Let's see what other felted fiber we have. Well, see here, looks like you are it this time. We've got a black slipper filled and a white slipper filled. This is not even been cut. This is just so. Yep. You are henceforth called slipper stuffing. Good thing we've got our giant knitting needle here. Just going to, as we did the last time, stuff it in. But gently at the tip because you do not want to stuff through the slipper. That would be terrible. This one still feels like it hasn't been, it's just been coarsely washed. It's still got lanolin in it, but I don't feel like carding it and making it nice, so it will live on differently. I guess if these ever got too matted down, I could just slip them open on the seam and restuff them, which is also nice. Oh, cats are yelling. Awesome. That it could be from them. It could be. No, this actually came off the sheep, but I know I keep thinking that I could be like a practice that old Victorian art of making hair rats as either accessories, extra pieces for your own hair, or to start on my funeral hair hair ornament that I can pass on. You're like, here's your great auntie's hair. Yeah, it's not. It's been like washed once and picked through a little bit. There's no like poop and yuckiness in here, which I have had roving that's been not very nice. I think that got left out for the birds eventually. It's just I'm too lazy. I mean, I've got my cards and stuff. Well, we've got extra fluff in my tub of wool that I would like to. I got all these big plans. I'd like stop, not chat. Or we need more live streams so I can get more stuff done. But speaking of that, Rumble is. I might, not I might. I'll do in YouTube. Oh, made a hat from me. I could do that too. That's no, that is right. Yeah, no, not cat fur. This was sheep wool. I do have some alpaca in there too. Oh, Allie, you might know. So if you had, I'd also gotten asked how to wash that this alpaca that like tanned leather on one side, but the fur on the other. I had recommended to just use some of the no rinse gentle wool wash. That's what I would. That's I don't know. That's what I do. Yeah, suggestions for how to wash animal fiber like that. Yeah, I should have made the bigger size. Yeah, I could stuff it myself. Well, we'll see. I'll wear them for a while, take notes of things I liked and didn't like, and then go from there because this is just a mock-up. Never expect a perfect fit the first time around, so why am I stressing about it? Not worth it. Cleaned and carded and spun by her. Yes, I can do all of those things. Have done all of those things and knitted with it afterwards. I know I haven't made a sweater in a while. And I have so I have 3 drawers full of sweaters I knitted for myself. So now when it comes to a sweater that I need something that like I is like super amazing. I don't feel the need to like just knit sweaters for the sake of knitting sweaters because I would run out of space and I need to try to enjoy what I have and not overstuff stuff. Wow, we are being super good in their talkie. Second stuffed slipper. Oops, don't fall away. All right. Slide this puppy on. These are going to be great for sewing because I don't like to wear shoes, but these I could do. And I do think the idea of having bells at the end sounds adorable, and I will need to go through I'll need to find my little bells because then I will always have cats around. Especially, oh, my cat Merlin used to love wool roving. He would just like lay in it, groom it, hang out with it. He just thought it was the best. Oh, hey, cat. All right, I can close up that box because we do not like moths in our wool tub. Ooh la 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 la. Slippers. I was not interested in making them, but these, I'm quite glad that the opportunity came up and I changed my mind. What is next on my pile of destruction? Of course, now that I covered up half my things, here's the full script so I can just I'm mumbling to myself. That's a ballpoint. That's up. There's the. Well, there's only one way to try. We'll start with the pants. I think we're gonna sew leggings, and then we're gonna sew a shirt. Am I being too cautionless by not finding a scrap before I go straight to the real stuff? Yes, I might regret this decision. But at least I have a ballpoint needle to stick on here, so that's good. I'll walk around Charlie. I will. Okay. All right. Let me. Yes, we should walk around for a quick second before we tuck in for another project. All right. And I need to. And I can move this tote out of the way. Comfortable. Nice. Look at, I've got new shoes. New shoes. Yay. Cute, cute, cute. Sold. Mock-up one, I think, has been a success. I like the length. No shifting. Not. I don't think so. Nope, they look like they're in the same. Things the same. If anything, I guess I could extend the outsides a little bit more, but the upper, no, so far so good. I mean, they've definitely not been put through their paces yet because I think so. Let's see here. So my foot, I mean, it's not a huge overlap. I just got half an inch. And so, let's see. There we go. I don't know if I would want a whole bunch more extra. We'll have to maybe patch it. Maybe patch on the top so the stuffing doesn't shift too much. That is a good idea, at least for the ones without the leather, because I don't know. That is a good idea. I will wear them around and see if it needs anything extra. Yeah, I thought so too, because it was like a whole inch bigger than my foot. Seems like it would just shift too much. And it didn't sound comfortable. Yay! Now I can send pictures and cut up the smaller size. So if they don't send me their foot measurements, then I will just make the smaller size mock up, send it with their samples for final slipper construction. And it was actually surprisingly fast and easy. I mean, I just printed the pattern and followed and sewed it together. Like, I don't know. I think. Hey, Loki, don't be bad. Let's see. I'm sure you could do that. It's not that. What Joy is just a running. It is. I didn't even zigzag. I'll lift your leg. Okay. That's fair. All right. That I understand. I'll take that one. Oh, practice and yeah, a connective tissue problem. That's a superpower and a huge problem. Could you not chew on my power cords, Loki? Can you not do that, kid? I would end up in the hospital if I lifted my leg that high with my back. Oh, I'm sorry, Ellie. No hospital trips. All right, let's start with the pants first. If I run into any issues, Don't be that's problematic here. Let's see here. Yeah, so I've got this black four-way stretch, like little bubbles. And I decided, oh yeah, because I'm a fan of flat felled seams these days, so I'm going to do some flat felled seams on these pants. And I also have it so that it's just the inseam. I cut the legs, and then there'll be the front and back and the crotch. That's the words. I'll just stick a couple pins in. Yeah, oh my gosh, and I'm not even warmed up and haven't been training in a while. I can be even more impressive than but I gotta get back to just doing stuff. Oh, I'm trying to go around in this like giant circular thing. So what I keep trying to get back to is Rumble is opening up their second round of the small partner program small creator partner program. And I'm gonna apply. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to encourage folks to check out the Rumbles because it will involve having some exclusive. I will always have our Sunday show here, but there might be some more content, some sewing, some not sewing. First, I've got to apply. First they have to open up the program. Then I need to apply, and then I need to get accepted. So there's definitely some steps in this process. But I'm gonna do it. I should just make sure I catch this. Yep, we are sewing. She even sews through modern materials. It does help to use a ballpoint needle though. Okay, all right. Tried to scare myself for a second. I'm like, are you sewing the right parts? And I was like, yes. Yes, I am just going down the leg. The stitches look not terrible. All right. Who needs a zigzag machine? If you've got a ballpoint needle and a Brunhild. You got this, she says. Bring me your funny materials. No, I think the last time I tried to sew four-way stretch, my problem was that I was using my regular needle and not the ballpoint one. And it absolutely makes a difference. I'm gonna have pants. I know I cut. Oh, there's so many things. All right, slowly but surely, our pile is going down. Now I have to take out all my clothes, hair stuff together. Oh, but what I was thinking, because I have the pants and I've got a matching coordinating shirt. Is contemplating attaching the pants to the top in the front permanently, but putting a zipper in the back around the waist so that I could unzip it to do stuff. I would like, I just wanted a full on like long sleeve, long pants unitard, but I don't want to have to take my arms out to use the facilities. So that's my experiment for this iteration. Will it work? I have no idea, but have all of these things been in my collection long enough that I either need to use them or start getting rid of stuff? Probably. I know we've been at the electric machine for the past couple of weeks. I always freak out when I sit back here. I'm like, ah, you're so quiet. You're so peaceful to stitch with. Okay. And let's see here. I'm going to carefully cut down. Should I decide which way? Okay. And what I'm mumbling to myself is that I'm going to trim down one side so that I can fold over and then go and top stitch for this flat felled seam. I'm going to lay this flat because I always get myself into trouble. I'm trying to trim fiddly fits like this, like all up in the air. And Phoenix, just set it on a flat surface. You will be less likely to cause yourself a disaster. Yeah, and here I'm just trying not to cut more than I try not to have a cutting accident. That's always great. I know, I found that my polka dot bikinis that we were sequencing from last year, I got some big projects that need to get finished. My house coat, need to like collect everything. I think I need to also just go through, like for these slippers that I'm making as a gift, go through and collect all the materials for some of these bigger projects and so that they're all in one spot, because part of the issue is that I need to make a mess pulling out supplies, but then I also need a place to house said supplies once they've all been amassed. Rotary cutters scare you. They, I, I'm torn. I do use them sometimes, but they do also scare me. Yeah. Well, that's a fun question. Do most individuals here pin their patterns to their fabric and then cut, or do we use fabric weights, pattern weights? I think I use both. It depends. But I did cut myself with the thread snip the most. Oh, the thread snip is not supposed to be the deadliest tool in your kit, my friend. Yeah, the fear of cutting off your fingers with the rotary cutter is real, but I generally try to have a ruler flat edge. I like the rotary cutter if I'm doing just like big flat straight lines of stuff. I think it would if I'm cutting curvy things. I just generally use scissors. And I think since I mostly sew fiddly fabric, I'm a pinner. Joy uses weights, Ellie uses weights and pins. Yeah, it like depends on the material, I've noticed sometimes. The more squidgy, the more pins I like in it to hold everything in place. Okay, there we go, almost at the end. We can turn and seal in this hem. Is this overboard because this material is not going to fray? Yes. Do I do it because I like it though? Also, yes. Maybe if I loved my serger more, I wouldn't. But I don't like the way this a serged edge finishes a seam. I'd rather it be a decorative detail. Yep, shears when you can. I would use scissors instead of the blades. Yeah, me too, most of the time. Oh, get out of here, you little extra piece. You know, I was thinking I was going to roll this over, but I don't. I kind of just want to leave it. Just catch it flat. There we go. Ooh, Joy would use an electric rotary tool if I had several layers to cut. That's interesting. I've not ever had one of those in my hot little hands, so I don't know how that would be, but it does sound promising. But yeah, for cutting out 20 shirts or huge, like, thick leather things, I can definitely see where that would be the material of choice, or the tool of choice. I don't know, it's so funny. Everybody's got their different style of sewing. How, like, Godless always lines everything, and I am like, it depends. But we just sew and wear our things differently. I do what makes sense for my sewing, and he does what makes sense for his sewing. I would do table linen from damask fabric, would cut several layers. That sounds so fancy. I saw them use that in a video. I thought, that would have been handy for my sub I just made. Oh, for sure. I know, Joy, because you work as a or a professional seamstress, reminding me of the deli cutter, but portable. Oh, that's funny. Just the one now. Yep. Can't make for everybody all the time. I know. Sewing isn't my job. I just sew for me and random one-offs. I really like someone as a gift. Oh, I think what if I get stuck on French seams for my training clothes when the flat felt is much nicer? Well, it's probably because I didn't start doing flat felt seams until I started making corsets last year, 2 years ago. Ooh, damask and gimp trim on the edges. That sounds beautiful. Now I want to make fancy napkins and table linens. trying to be careful to not only sell what I need to sell. Well, so the surgery, I guess I'm fast on. I guess I like all this heart gathering so I can see the rest of the comment here. So the surgery, I guess I'm fast on. Out there, yeah. Some folks, I have one. It just sits in my. I just haven't found the right projects for it. But I think I do like the athletic wear that uses the flat serger seam as a design detail with like a contrasting thread. Like I do like that, the look of that. So it's not that I don't like it. I just have to drag it out and play with it and maybe cut another leotard pattern out and just try it again. So I've got enough scraps that I can practice getting the tension right. This is hard to see. Black and the black. Ooh, here's an industrial. Yeah, so that is super fast. I can't even handle my domestic serger. I would like it would not go pretty. Me in an industrial serger. But I see the utility. I mean, percent it completely makes sense, and it's a way to have no raw edges in a different situations. It is the fastest and easiest way to achieve the the end goal. Just taking this. We're at the end of this leg, and it's just a lot of fabric to try to see. Sorry, this is not super exciting. And then I've got not enough light and black thread with primarily black fabric. So we are having a grand old time on my side of this machine right now. Okay, a little bit more. I need another light. Okay, I know. I'll start talking again in a second. I'm just afraid of making a mistake. Oh, but yeah, how my our friends up to the Great North. That was so crazy. The reporter from Rebel News who got in trouble with the RMP for Christopher Freeland, and then the other reporter the next day afterwards. Like, it seems like this is the problem in a lot of places right now. Of what is a journalist who gets the priv to call themselves so, and when do the authorities need to realize that people are just doing their job, and especially the Rebel News chap like had all his classic hat, his microphone that says Rebel News on it. So it's not like he was being covert. Yes, Joy eyebrows, shavers, trimmers, the shavers above, and great for ripping seeds. Yeah, you were talking about this. He got charged with assault, and you saw the live stream. Right? I know. How is this even? Like, this is not a. We live like in the clown circus world. Like, it. But I'm kind of a little irritated with the German farmers with the blocking of the roads. Like, I understand they've got some stuff, but I'm just against anybody blocking the roads because it's becoming an overused trope of a problem. But it was more funny when the French farmers were throwing hay and manure stuff into. And we have one flat seam that you can't even see I sewed, which is just the way I like them. One leg. I know, I can't remember who the. His name is. Okay, let me look it up. So he is a reporter for Rebel News in Canada. And. Yeah, so this chap was going to talk to Christopher Freeland. Oh, his name is David Menzies. Was trying to get a statement from Christopher Freeland and put his microphone up. Everybody, blah blah, had all his appropriate press things, and her security detail like pushed him into the wall. And isn't even the first time he's been assaulted by the cops. He's not a spring chicken. It's like, don't. They drive slow. Okay, that's better. And they're staying on the road. They can imagine we take each exit and put one across the area. That's fine. Yeah, this whole like blocking of the roads just really is like needs to stop. So okay, so what the Germans are doing is like the trucker convoy. They learned from you guys up in Canada last year's trucker convoy. Yeah, so then the police charged David Menzies with assault even though he didn't touch anybody. The ones who are in trouble are the security detail, copper toppers, and they weren't even. I don't. I guess if they're her detail, then they don't need to be wearing their appropriate. They were plain clothes, no uniforms. No different. Yep, they keep moving. Exactly. Yep. If you keep moving, you can drive as slow as you want. Better than those ridiculous free oil people who just are a nuisance and getting in the way. And what does Greta Thunberg do that she's worth like $12 million? Like what? What? Where can I get speaking engagements like that? Jiminy Christmas. Crazy. And a second leg. Mm, somebody's very excited for their dinner. I know, and all the terrible misinformation that was getting spread. Like it's just as well that Viva was still up in Munch in Quebec to go to the protests to to show what was really going on because the state-funded media versus what the the independents were showing were not really the same story. that the guy was blocking her. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he wasn't even. I saw the footage. There was no blocking. He did not obstruct her. And they used excessive use of force. I guess I should. Not completely skin tight, but that's fine. I can always bring them in later. When I'm back down to my fighting weight. Right now, I just need stuff that fits my fanny now. My streams of Parliament in Ottawa was totally different than what the CBC, CTV, or Global were showing and saying. I know, yeah, and it's just getting more common and worse. Like we've got the same thing here, but at least our tax money isn't going to pay for the media propaganda that you then have to be like, oh, this is the only thing that we can see because Meta won't Meta kowtowed and was like, oh great Canada, we you said this, we will make exceptions and not post let folks be able to post news links on our platforms. I don't what the just don't understand. It's I mean it's not to say that ours is I'm sure that the government peddling in media here is slightly more convoluted, but I'm it's not like it doesn't happen here, but it's just slightly less directly. Like what violent protest has a jacuzzi and a sauna and a kid's bouncy castle, right? Oh no, the insurrection of it all. And they were like cleaning up the streets and getting helping out the homeless people. Like it was oops. Yeah, these things just did not add up. A big jolly fellow asking burger, and he had hundreds of burgers from McDonald's. I know. Let me take me to this horrible protest. And now what is it that like the Google link thing that you can't link articles without having the government controlled media getting money for it's just so bizarre the way that they're all of so many governments are just trying to limit how and where folks can get information from. And then if you don't know of other resources, you're stuck watching their propaganda and don't realize that they're trying to feed you a handful of worms and saying it's like chocolate covered peanuts or something. They're like, here, just open your mouth and take it. But no, I don't think so. Not interested. What is going to be super funny to come down here is in the district attorney in Fulton County, Georgia, Fannie Willis, was subpoenaed in relation to the special prosecutor she appointed is going through a divorce and the wife subpoenaed her because Big Fanny's been taking some fancy trips with her special prosecutor. So that's gonna be fun. Something is What's around here? Yeah. Oh, I didn't breathe enough sweat when I. Oh, something. Why are we chewing all of a sudden now? You did one leg so nicely. Very nice, my dear. What can I get you, Brunhilde? There you go, girl. See, I knew you could do it. But you just needed some nice talking to. Okay. Well, I can talk nice to you, honey. Look at the fabric is so. Is for some reason this leg is. We're just getting stuck a little bit. Maybe I'll lift up the legs so there's not too much wiggle. Oh, that was a thing. I know. I wish that I had a slightly bigger, different table. That's all right. Just work with what we got. Working this far. I'll need to give you some file after this though too. I hear you scrunching a little bit. Yeah, tough fabric going on. Brunhilde doesn't like the fabric. Maybe a nice drink of oil. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yup. She does want more ruffles. She's like, what are you making me do this athletic fabric for? Can we just sew ruffles? Fortunately, if I get bored, I do have a mountain of stuff that needs to be ruffled. Okay. I got the good stuff, baby. I got the good stuff. And then I'm going to have to wash my hands. Mm-hmm. There's one. Go here. Okay. There's the good stuff, baby. Rinse my hands off real fast. I know, she does love sewing ruffles. And who would have thought? Okay, I'll give a second. Okay, no more oily fingers. Mhm. Slippers are still where they're supposed to be and not slipping around, so that's just good. Let's see here, Allie. When I was young, Broomhilda goes, we didn't have sports material. We had wool, and we liked it. Shear our own sheep, clean the burrs, and card and spin. Both ways in winter. Walked. Yes, yeah. She's like, I've never. Nobody's suffered me the injustice of having to sew this athletic sports material. Can I have leather and linen and silk, please? How dare you? Without electricity, exactly. She is older than that. That's funny, yeah. That's really funny. Oh, best chat in the best chat on the tube. And the rumble. Well, rumbles. We'll get there. Well, well, hoping they've got a sewing category because we're not really arts and creativity or arts and crafts. I mean, I guess sort of, but not really. Speaking, did I miss any over here? No. Do need to figure out why the Rumble Studio, the chat like works for a while and then decides to stop working. I'll let the contacts know. And actually, people have been complaining about it in the Gilded and on the X, so I'm sure the contacts already know that this is a problem. Yep, she just needed that little kiss of oil. Love her and say, "It's okay, girly." No, no. Well, the undercarriage later. But she does sound much nicer now. It's the little things. Yep. Didn't know you were born in 1740. No, they're talking about the sewing machine, Kilroy. Besides, I thought Allie was way older than that, like from the Neanderthal. Always something funny. I know last week I wonder if we're gonna get some more snow. I never believe that we're gonna get snow until I actually see it with my own eyes here because there's so many little microclimates and the valley floor is it's not often the snow levels drop this far. Like 500 feet too short for even the low, for the bigger stuff. Stone Age Neanderthal is way older. That's what I said. I think Kilroy was making you was trying to be nice and say that you were younger. All right, trim this other piece, and then we will do the magical leg in leg trick while I stare at it 5 times and be like, did I really get the right leg in and not the wrong leg? Okay. Won't trim my threads because I'm trying to be good. Trying. Oh, I get it. Thank you, Kilroy, for making me feel like a kid. Yes, right. I know. That's. It's like I remember. There's what I remember Ellie saying, and then Kilroy is trying to shave off a few millennia. So we're supposed to just be quiet and take the compliment. The sloping head got in the way of a brilliant thought. Right, those like deep furrowed eyebrows and um frontal nodules. Bubble pants. I think I've had this fabric for like 6 or 7 years. I need to just use what I have, and if I need something particular to buy it, but if not, I'm just gonna continue on my low buy slash no buy. I don't need oodles of things. And it's bad enough. I'm one of those humans. Everything is like tucked into bags or plastic totes. But if I don't see it, I forget what I have. I guess it's time again. Once a quarter, once a month, I just dump everything out and reorganize it and touch it and look at everything again and then fold it back up. But we are at that time. I gotta get those samples trimmed for. Oh no, don't do that. I almost cut the side that I didn't. They need to be long. I just need one short side, not two short sides. Need to label the totes. That, yeah, I really just have one big fabric one because the other one is yarn and the other one is wool. Because the silk's on the rolls in the other closet. Along with that, the vinyl I have. Yeah, I know. I see all these people who like have like swatch notebooks. They're like they've got their little book and like or a picture of everything, and they're like they know exactly their catalog. I'm like, no. Ooh, your cheapo trick, Allie, is a Ziploc with a note that I can see inside. Take it out and change as needed. That is a good idea. Yeah, or it would, I'll take that into consideration as options. Because having one of those entire walls that's a library where you can see all your fabric is probably not in my foreseeable future. And I don't know if I would like that either, because then it just seems like everything gets dusty with all that. I don't know. Maybe if I just had clear totes, that would be like the compromise to everything. The fact that they are red and not see-throughable does not help my situation. Alright, well, the pants are not all the way together yet. So far, I've not trimmed any hem lengths inappropriately, so that's good. But I shouldn't say anything until the whole project's done, because there's always time to accidentally make a mistake. But such things happen. Alright, I'll start at the top again and repeat. Okay. You can try to be fancy and use black thread, but I also didn't want to unthread the gray from the other machine. Because I know people are like, but Phoenix, you're using coordinated colors instead of contrasting every once in a blue moon. But I would not hold your breath for that to be true the next time we sew. Okay, one more straight line. Then is the fiddly bit of sticking the legs in, one leg inside the other. So that you can sew that rise in. We'll get there when we get there. Oh, pardon me for this. No, it's cheapers. Oh, what do I have on my list of anything fun? Right, Gypsy Rose. Oh, that was funny. The ESPN Emmy scandal that they were submitting fake names and they had what returned 37, a whole bunch of Emmys for people who don't exist at their company. Yep. Like they had to be that greedy. Like, what are your who are you competing against? Or were these for the like the camera crew and the makeup, or were these for reporters? Like I don't understand, but Just odd. But what isn't odd these days? It just feels like a hot mess. Yeah, we'll have to sew some ruffles after this. Brynhild's like, can you not make me sew athletic material, please? Please use the electric. I'm confused on what you're doing. Isn't this a stitch that would seal the top to the bottom? Yeah, I'm enclosing the raw edge, or the fake raw edge. Yeah, so it's seamed, and then I cut one, rolled it over. If I was being super fancy, I would have rolled it. Yeah, I'm doing like a flat felt hem on athletic wear for, I don't know, because I feel like that's what we're doing. So I'm just doing the second row of top stitching. I know, not the normal, not how people normally sew this. Yeah, we're doing the top edge, correct. I know, very weird. We're used to seeing me sew this seam on corsets and not athletic wear. Or, yeah, four-way stretch. I think I just needed a break from the French seams because I like it. I just want things to feel smooth on the inside. Looked like you had two ladders and we're going down the center. Oh, that's all right. No, yeah, that's all right. And we're sewing black on black, and after a while with the leg, I can't stretch it out, so everything gets jumped. We just get congested around the needle here. It's hard to get it flat and nice. There we go. I do love French seams too. I'm just a big fan of flat felt, just flat things. But that's funny that they call it princess seams. Is because I'm thinking about the coordinating top, but it's like princess cut. But is there a different seam finishing technique that's called the princess seam, or is that just have to do with where the elimination of the darts and the bust shaping happens in the vertical? Hmm, I don't know. The odd questions that pop into my brain while sewing sometimes. Okay, wow. My eyes aren't terrible, but we just got a lot of fabric, and this black on black is really crazy. Oh, and my butt's sticking to my workbench. Okay. Well, we're not on the verge. Okay. Now we're doing headless sewing. Now it is a nickname. Yeah, that's what okay. That's what I was. My brain was trying to surmise because I was like, I thought yeah, it's a misnomer. It's a cut, but not actually a seam finishing technique. But the skirt sampler or the slip sampler is coming along nicely. I think the very top of that one panel that has the rayon Bruges lace pattern. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna run out of that thread, like with 5 rows to go at the very top, but whatever. I'm not gonna unpick it and do it again. It's my sampler, and it will be as colorful and crazy as I decide. I just, okay, just trying to be careful. So I only sew the layer that I'm supposed to sew. You've been doing so good this evening. There's always time to screw up. Oh, I'm gonna get tangled up as the case is really trying to be tonight. I know, super gripping. Riveting at the sewing shop. Sitting on bated breath. Is Phoenix gonna make it to the end of the seam without stitching more than the appropriate layers of fabric? Place your bets now. Okay. Seems like we might, but nope, don't stay. We're not over until we backstitch. Almost to the ankle, so close. We're so close. Oh my god, I just want to see again. It's like this. I feel like I'm trying to sew inside of a cave without a light on. And we're closer to the end than I thought. Sweet. Okay. 4 inches. Okay. Huzzah. Alright. Trim, trim. Trim, 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 trim. Alright, we have 2 pants legs. Now, some cave split. I do have a cave spelunking head lamp. It just happens to be at my day job office. That's right. Usually need it. Okay. So, what do I always have to think about? want one. This part is almost as stressful as setting in sleeves when I sew pants this way, because it's basically the same issue of you're not lined up right, something is going to be sewn inside out, and we don't like that. Ooh. Also helps if I find the crotches first. Okay, centers. Then when I pull it out, it's going to be the same way. All right, round sides together. It's just kind of been this whole process. Try to make this more complicated in my brain than it really needs to be. It's not that challenging. It's just finicky. Okay. The other question is, do I put the pins all in the same way? So I know which direction I'm sewing in. Tap, tap, tap. Okay. There we go. I don't have oodles of pins, just some, but I kind of know where the fabric needs to lie down. Mostly the center middle, the center crotch, and the top and the bottom. All right, rinse and repeat. We will have a pair of pants, leggings. Finicky can be challenging. It can indeed. Just like stick the legs in, wait till, and then pull it out. Like, what are the right side? Where does this do what I need it to? Where I expect the finished things to do? Oh, I've got such gooder English tonight. My goodness, I know how to talk really. Oh, I think the issue before was that I tried to start too close to the edge. There's also a problem. All right, you go get yourself a drink. Let's see here, Kilroy. I don't mean to brag, but I finally found my hole punch I've been looking for 3 weeks. Hell yeah! Awesome. Good job, Kilroy. I am glad that that hole punch made its way out of hiding. I also spent the past since I was giving away this sewing machine. I put the foot pedal in a separate spot, so I had to tear apart everything. It was like it's in a container. It's in a completely random spot with fabric, which could be enough places. And I finally found it, so I can give away the entire thing. Yay! Kilroy's lost hole punch is no longer lost. Oh man, maybe we will need to sew some roughly trim, even though I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for yet. I just want to do it. It's already set up. Oh, what's new? It's getting funny. Where am I? Alright, we're coming to the halfway point. Oh, let's see if I had some more room. Yeah, just set it on the floor. And try not to have too many liquids next to my computer because that scares me. Oh my gosh, I have new sewing slippers. Who would have thought I needed a special pair of slippers just to sew, but I do, and now I'm hooked. Now I have to decide what I want my final pair. Do I want to make, maybe I do want to do that gray floofy one. Two layered with silk on the inside lining, because this inside is so nasty and scratchy, but with the leather sole, maybe. I'm thinking. It came together pretty quickly. Have to try those slippers out on a treadle. I know, Santa, I know it's early, but can the elves please drop me off a treadle sewing machine? I'll be a really good kid all year long, I promise. But where's the person who's just gonna drop me off a free treadle sewing machine? I know it's gonna happen one of these days. I just keep looking. So somebody had like the body, the machine part for 25, but it was missing the bobbin cover plate. Like they're just missing things. Organists have their organ shoes. You have to have your sewing shoes. I agree, Kilroy. And I have never found shoes. Usually, if I'm using I generally sew barefoot without shoes on. Not, I'll wear socks because my feet get cold, but I don't like to. I don't like to sew with shoes on. That's my proprioception. I like to be able to feel the foot pedal underneath my foot. I don't even like to wear shoes at Go, and it's a knee pedal. I just all my years of sewing, I just don't like. Yeah, I can see having fancy organ shoes because all the foot pedals and having not wanting to get them mucked up with your mud or yuckiness from your outside day shoes. Alright, we are a few inches, a trim, and another line of stitches away from a whole pair of pants. It's too easy to have a lead foot on the sewing machine with regular shoes on. I agree, Kilroy. That I 100% agree. Just need to feel what I'm doing. Oh, my feet are so warm. The wool and the stuffing for a slipper. I never would have thought. I'm sold. These are just the practice ones. I didn't expect much. I never expect much out of the first time I make a project. I know, right? All right. What else? We talked about Fanny. We talked about that. Oh, yeah. I can't. What did you guys? You guys had a rough go of it because I feel like I've got more Canadian current events. So I saw that if something a porch pirate comes and steals a package off your front porch and you have like a ring or some other security device, that now you're not allowed to post on social media the theft happening because it might be problematic for the person committing the crime. It's like what? Yeah, just it doesn't make any sense. So it's so much different than the cops being like, oh, somebody committed a crime. So is it a problem if the cops share your ring security footage, but you can't post it on social media? It's like, I'm confused. I'm just confused. All right, I also need to make a sewing apron because I have all my stuff between all the different machines. It just gets lost. I know. I saw that, Ellie. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm just so confused by everything because everything just confuses me. And it just feels like everything that used to make sense, it just doesn't. I mean, it probably doesn't help that social media and technology have really come a long way, and the legislative bodies don't really aren't up on that. Ellie, I would ask in court to be able to play the video after a conviction, then not have a defamation of character. That is their character, right? Like, yeah, if you're stealing stuff, your character is, I'm probably make some interesting, questionable choices. Eh, in what world is a person committing a crime that's on film get to say, but that was defamation? Because I thought truth was the absolute defense, or was one of the defenses against defamation. It is so. To make it make sense. My feebleish little brain just can't. I don't know how to make how. I don't get it. Do not understand it. But, oh well. Maybe I'm just too much of a simpleton. Whatever. I'll just have to deal with it because yeah. When we're giving the literal criminals, they're like, oh, you're not that bad. And why? I mean, not that I'm ever going to enter a baking competition, but if King Arthur, are they going to have the whites only baking competition if they now have the if you're white you're not allowed to participate baking competition? Like, is it just me or does something just feel uncomfortable with that whole thing? But again, maybe I'm just too much of a simpleton, and it could just be me. Now the fascinating cutting section of the seam process. Ooh, that's a little chewed. Good thing you will all be tucked away and hidden. I know this is kind of a fiddly part. As if sewing is not fiddly, the day that sewing becomes not fiddly, don't I don't know if I'll ever feel that like confident and brazen to always not be worried of like something's gonna go wrong. I wonder if it's dumplings for dinner tonight. And we've come to the the food section. Maybe it will be. Oh, but I kind of want pierogies, but I don't think there's any in the freezer. But I do. No, I'm not gonna like hand make dough and pierogies tonight, Phoenix. What are you thinking? It's too late in the day, and that pierogies making is an entire day process. And I don't have any sauerkraut. What's what are the best pierogi filling flavors? Are we potato and cheese? Are we bacon and sauerkraut? I've heard that there's sweet ones. I've never made sweet pierogies, but that sounds fun. Ooh, tiramisu. That sounds good also. That isn't, I've not had that in ages either. Mm. I had a piece of fruitcake from Collins Street Bakery because we have a whole, yeah, fruitcake is yummy to me. I'm not always in a sweet mood, but I can always eat pierogies. Ooh, strawberry pierogies, bacon and cheese. Yes, Allie, those are. Now I'm gonna want to make strawberry pierogi and bacon and cheese. That, mm-hmm, that sounds good. Or Vareniki. I mean, it's so funny that every culture has their version of pierogies or dumplings or momos. Ooh, Ellie, you are really lucky. There's a pierogi manufacturer really close. Oh, there used to be a restaurant in the next town over called Ulix. That was a Polish restaurant. So, I mean, the Bireniki, they were close, but close enough. And they had a pierogi punch card, but unfortunately, in the big fire a couple years ago, their shop burned down, and now there's no Polish place to get fresh pierogi. Oh, and the herring with the mm, I also love pickled herring. Wow, I am a Slav. I'm Jewish and Slavic. Sometimes it shows strongly. More the Jewish ethnic right now rather than practicing Jew, but it's okay. No, but humans been going to shul, so my family's Jewish enough. Let's see here. Oh, Kilroy. That's another great thing about living in Pennsylvania. Mrs. Cheese is right there. Yeah. Fortunately, they do. I can get Mrs. T's pierogies. I think they might. Is there any other ones though of manufactured ones? That's kind of like going by the wayside. We have all these fancy like other ethnic um, dumplings, but oh, pierogies. That was one of the first things I did with my mother-in-law. She taught me how to make pierogies and krustiki. Mm, I'd eat. Before that, I'd only had the frozen ones, except for because my grandma really would have kreplach, which are Jewish dumplings shaped differently, but grandma would just make them. My grandma was one of those cooks that would make batches of things, but mostly when like us we weren't around, and she'd just be like, "Yeah, you just do it like this," and it was like, "But grandma, what?" There was no recipes. It was just like I think it just is a learned grandma way of cooking. Like we just do it because I've been doing it forever this way. Are you hungry, Goobers? Do you think he's gonna give you some more food? Do you think you're gonna get some more food, Creepy Gooby? I betcha. I bet there's more food for Freya Fruithers. Oh, she takes that seam like a champ. I know, Brunhild. We'll sew some nice silk or some. We'll sew something without a stretch in it next. I'll sew the shirt on the other machine. That also means I won't get it done tonight because I don't know how to. We'll have to figure out how to change the angles, or if I'm going to, I'll figure it out. That's for a different stream. I know Loki and Freya, they're not, the little man is a cat in the sense like he knows the alarms, the food bells go off, he will get in your face and be like, "Hey humans, I'm really hungry." Loki and Freya, they will just stare at you and like they won't overly meow. They're not in your face of like, "Hey, you gonna feed us?" They just like wait. The little man is like, "I am hungry right now, and you need to feed me." He even comes in before the alarm goes off in the morning. He's like, "I think it's getting close to time. I should make sure that they're still alive, or know that I'm going to get the first dibs on eating all the best parts if they're dead." I know they were a little grumpy yesterday because I put everybody in their harnesses for safety because it had been a while. I don't always make them go around in their harnesses, but I do like them to remember that we should do it sometimes. I had to coax Loki with food. He saw me with it. He's like, "I'm not interested in wearing that thing, Mom." And I said, "But I'll give you snackies." The little man's, he needs a bigger one. He is getting chunky. The stairs, their style of mind control fair. Yeah, they are aliens. Aliens do exist. They live in my house. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that there must have been a lot of costume dramas because I watched Bernadette Banner's video yesterday ranking a whole bunch of the costume drama stuff. It's almost like a 2 hour video. But the one is at 1607, the one set in Poland. It, it's really funny. That show made me laugh. except for the parts that weren't super funny, that were like, kind of cringy funny, but oh, it was good. I complained about the costumes, but very few got good marks. That also seems to be a regular thing, though. But I can't watch Good Omens because I have a business Prime account and not a regular Prime account, and videos are not included in the business one, even though I pay more for it. But there's stuff I need for my business that there was a time where I couldn't easily get a hold of through the regular Prime. So needless to say, I don't have Prime Video, and I don't know how to find the content I want from other sources. Okay. Be free, my pants, be free. The moment of truth. You have a pair of dupas. These are going to need some elastic at the waist. Oh, yeah, I cut it on I rewound it a little bit. I have not watched one of those shows. There's a lot that I didn't see. I should probably just throw some elastic in here now. Is there any other good ones? That the Polish one was good. Or the Netflix one, but there was that other one that showed up way towards the end where they like filmed it, but then like stylized drew over it to make it look animated. That one looked pretty interesting. Oh, that's funny. I had no, and wow, it looks like I kind of have V crotch, or I point upwards. I wasn't really paying attention to lining anything up. I was like, there's so much confusion on this pattern that it's just going to show up. I know, I was just looking at that, and that I wasn't even intentional. Oh, I need to recover this cushion. My butt like gets stuck to it. Right. Hold on, okay. You don't need to hear me complain about what's not working right now. Yep. All right. I have some pieces. Well, it needs to be cut. It needs to be unpicked and we did. Now we got some. All right, we'll do some. Oh yeah, because I was having trouble on the other machine. Let's sew some natural. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, pattern matching is weird. Lucky pattern matching is weird. I know. Thank you. I know. The sewing patterning matching spirits were just like, you've worked hard enough. You've putting poor Brunhild through all this torture. The least that we could do is have the patterns look quasi nice. Okay, where am I? I need. No, we are changing our presser feet and we're putting regular sharp needle and not a ballpoint Here's the... Ooh, you are sneaky. Okay, let's sew some rolled hems for the fun of it. I know, I was thinking of when I was getting ready to cut the fabric, I'm like, do I want to be particular? And then I was like, well, they're training clothes. Nobody's, who's really, if they need to fit and be comfortable. And anything after that was going to be bonus. I do have a matching shirt, but we'll save that for a different sewing machine as I just drop all my needles on the floor. I know, it's nice to have a solid floor in the sewing room because carpet, at least with the wood floor, I can hear when I drop a needle. All right, we're just collecting all the goods right now. Yeah, just having troubles last week with this fabric. Even though it makes no sense because I've used it so many times, but some days things work and some days things are funny. All right, we'll just do a look. Is there anything else in my pile? I already get stuffed in on this part. You know, if I have that whole shirt that I don't feel like sewing right now. No, we are right where we're supposed to be. Do some rolled hem. And use our little shirring foot. We have some pretty strips for, because I thought I was going to put these on the circle skirt, but then I was like, I don't know. I know I'll use this for something somewhere in my costuming. If I just have it, then it'll be done. Why do I just want to sew? That's so funny. One thing at a time, Phoenix, because the next my brain was just like, you should just get a ball of yarn and some random strips of stuff and sew piping for just to have piping. I don't know what I need it for. I just want to sew it. Just trying to take out the old thread because last week or the time I was trying to sew this, it didn't. The narrow hem foot just wasn't catching and just wasn't working. But that's when I know it's time to stop. When I do the same thing 5 times and it doesn't work, then I'm like, all right, kid, step away from the sewing machine. Sometimes you're just too tired, not paying attention, or just not having the best time. Then it's usually time to stop for the day. Unless sewing's your job, I don't know how you manage stuff like that when you like get paid to sew. That sounds like it would just be super stressful. Or I guess you schedule your time so you're like, I know I'm not going to be tired and hungry generally during this time, and this is where I do all the work, the hard, complicated stuff. Let's see if this. Yeah, it looks like. All right, well, it's working today, so The fabric just wanted this machine. Really? Yeah. My tension's off somewhere though. Just a little bit more. Okay. Oh, now rolled him fun. No, you are not working. Am I not? Nope. Must be doing something. Alright. Scratch that. Let's see here. That one needs to be held. Do I not have any strips ready? Nope, you need to be unpicked, unpicked. Well, let's see if we can at least pin this shirt, even if we're not going to sew it right now. I don't feel like doing that either. Wow. All right. What do I have left? I've got bones to cut. I got all those things. Let's cut some boning. So we can stuff bones in this corset again. That are. Nope, don't break anything. This is the 6mm. I don't know. Plastic synthetic boning. Oh, come on. Sure, I boned it before I took all the bones out for the other version of this. There should be. Did I not sew the boning channels? Oh, guess not. I did. You guys should just slide right in there. Why are you not sliding in nicely? You should slide nicely because I see you. Okay. All right, now we're starting to fumble along. All right. So, done. Nothing's working great anymore. Thanks for hanging out, folks. It's been great. I will be back here same time, same place next week. I will try to pop onto our friends show this week. Who knows? Starting at 8 o'clock my time. I know it's not super late because my East Coast friends, it is way later. But to do that during school nights is hard for me. So, but we made some good progress today. Thanks for hanging out. We had fun. Don't wait till tomorrow to be fabulous today, and don't laugh at your others unless you laughed at yourself. All right, everybody stay amazing and have a good week, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye.